What's going on today, man? Listen, I'm laughing already because I just got done watching this video that Gary cooked up for me and you today. It's Dave Chappelle, his best moments, the time that he got canceled, and why he did, and a lot of funny jokes. Yeah. I know you guys are going to like this video because, well, you like me and you like everything else that we do here. So definitely don't forget to like the video, man. And drop a comment down below. I want to know who is your favorite stand-up comedian right now. I forgot about the GOAT DC, man. Dave Chappelle's the man. Guys, enjoyed the video. I'll look for you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace, love it. Chat, ¿qué pasó? Dave Chappelle, best moments. If you know anything about Dave Chappelle, you know this is going to get kind of crazy.
I've been gone for a very long time. And unbeknownst to you,
me too, Dave.
It was 10 years. I'm not going to take you through all the agony I've been through, but it was tough. I don't know if you ever saw on TMZ.
This guy took a 10-year break, Jet?
Drunk on stage in Detroit. Well, if you saw it, I wasn't
drunk. A 2-week break, and they
I had smoked some reefer with some rappers. Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about hanging out with rappers, but their weed is very strong. Stronger than what I was accustomed to. The article goes on to say I was booed off stage, which is also incorrect. I was booed. I did not leave. It was a long bump. It was a fucking nightmare. 2 puffs of weed, that's all it was. 2 puffs. I never had that happen when I take 2 puffs of weed. I looked at the guy next to me, I was like, I'm gonna bomb, I can feel it.
That's me, man.
And that guy called my name, Dave Chappelle. He was like, you know, normally when you do a comedy show, you guys don't know what it looks like up here, but niggas be looking up at you like.
I take one
That's
hit,
how the show started.
Done.
Didn't take long for the faces to switch up, like, what the fuck? They started looking amongst themselves. So I knew I wasn't doing good. I don't remember what I was saying. It just took one person to break the ice. It's a black lady with the Ford Motor shirt on. She stood up suddenly. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. I said, excuse me? She said, I worked all week for this shit, and this show sucks. And in a weird act of racial harmony, a conservative white guy stood up and backed her up. Yeah!
Racial harmony.
The whole crowd band together and started chanting, we want our money back. We want our money back. I said, oh shit. I snapped out of it. Good people of Detroit, hear me now. You will never get your fucking money back.
I've never seen this.
I said, I'm like Evel Knievel. I get paid for the attempt. I didn't promise this shit would be good. Boo, they said, fuck you. This went on for a long time. And then after the show, I felt so bad. I took half of the money from the show, thousands of dollars. I said, I'm going to give this to charity. You know what I did? I bought $25,000 worth of bubble gum and drove around Detroit and handed it out to the homeless so they could chew it and still be hungry.
Oh, my God.
That's all I said. First of all, I'll tell you right now what I said.
Holy shit.
And I will tell you that this was not a joke. It's a true story, and I just happened to tell it. All right, what happened was I went to a gallery party, all right? I don't know who in here has ever been rich before, but these are very nice parties.
This guy kind of big, bro.
Wine and cheese and ball of conversation.
Got a little.
And there was a few eccentric types, one of which was a very wealthy man that happened to be wearing a dress. Whatever it was definitely a man.
Oh, shit.
And this man was definitely on drugs. I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but I knew he had too much.
Sounds about right.
Good. It's like this. He's like, he looked sick. And all his friends were standing around him, concerned, trying to revive him. I don't know what, they looked like some kind of gay CPR, just fanning and shit. I saw all this from a distance. Now, I should have minded my own business, but I got curious. I was like,
what's going on over there?
And I went over there. All I said, excuse me, gentlemen, is he okay? And then they looked at me like I was evil. She is fine. I said, word? Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't know this is what we were doing. Here's my thing. I would support anybody's right to be whoever they feel like they are inside.
Here we go.
I'm your ally.
Let's hear this one.
However, my question is, to what degree do I have to participate in your self-image? Is it fair that I have to change my whole pronoun game up for this motherfucker? That doesn't make sense. Seriously.
All right.
If I put on an Argyle sweater and I'm like, hey, everybody, I feel like a white guy in this sweater and I want some goddamn respect and a bank loan. That's not going to work. I said, fine. Sorry, guys. I was just worried because...
Some respect and a bank loan.
Because she looks terrible. She just fell off the bench. Appears that her dick is popping out of her dress.
And what Norm did, which I'll never forget, is he knew that I was the biggest Jim Carrey fan in the world. Now, I'm not going to go all into it, but Jim Carrey is talented in a way that
I forgot all about this guy, bro. First of all, didn't he get in trouble for a bunch of comments? No. It wasn't trouble, but like he got a bunch of backlash, and then he went up there and he doubled down, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're a hero," type beat. Man, me and Dave Chappelle, huh?
you can't practice.
I totally forgot about this shit.
I was fascinated with him. And Norm knew that. And he called me up and he goes, Dave, he says, I'm doing a movie with Jim Carrey. Do you want to meet him? And I said, fuck, yes, I do. And it was the first time I could remember since my father died being excited. And the movie was called Man on the Moon. I didn't know any of this. And in this movie, Jim Carrey was playing another comedian I admired, the late, great Andy Kaufman. Yes, and Jim Carrey was so immersed in that role that from the moment he woke up to the time he went to bed at night, he would live his life as Andy Kaufman.
No way.
I didn't know that. When they said cut, this nigga was still Andy Kaufman. So much so that everybody on the crew called him Andy. I didn't know any of that. I just went there to meet him, and when he walked into the room where we were supposed to meet, I screamed, Jim Carrey! And everyone said, no! Call him Andy. And I didn't understand. And then he came over and he was acting weird. I didn't know he was acting like Andy Kaufman. Just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hello. Andy? Now, in hindsight, how fucking lucky am I that I got to see one of the greatest artists of my time immersed in one of his most challenging processes ever. Very lucky to have seen that. But as it was happening, I was very disappointed. Because I wanted to meet Jim Carrey, and I had to pretend this nigga was Andy Kaufman all afternoon.
This is so great.
And he was clearly Jim Carrey. I could look at him and I could see he was Jim Carrey. Anyway, I say all that to say, that's how trans people make me feel.
Oh my God.
And you wanna know why I'm
I didn't expect
because
that, bro.
these people acted like I needed them to be funny. Well, that's ridiculous. I don't need you. I got a whole new angle. You guys will never see this shit. I ain't doing trans jokes no more. You know what I'm gonna do tonight? Tonight, I'm doing your own handicap jokes.
I swear to God, I did not know anything. This is all Gary. I can tell you confidently that Gary knew exactly what the he was doing with this whole last video. But I swear I didn't know this was gonna happen.
And I love punching down.
And I don't hate it, but
there's probably a
damn.
handicap in the back right now because that's where they usually make them sit. I feel bad for teas, but they're so confusing. And it's not all my fault. I feel like they need to take some responsibility for my jokes.
What's a T? Wait.
I didn't come up with this idea on my own. This idea that a person can be born in the wrong body.
Oh, God.
But they have to admit, that's a fucking hilarious predicament.
Dude.
It's really
Back
fucking
here,
funny.
man. Oh.
If it happened to me, you'd laugh, wouldn't you? That wouldn't be funny if it happened to me?
Gary.
I think it would be. What if it did? What if I was Chinese, but born in this nigga body? That's not
We're in the
funny.
room, man. We're already in the room, man. We're here.
And for the rest of my life, I had to go around making that face. Hey, everybody, I'm Chinese.
Oh, Gary.
And everyone get mad. Stop making that face. That's offensive. What?
Gary.
This is how I feel inside.
This is not gonna work, I don't think, bro.
God forbid I ever go to jail. But if I do, I hope it's in California. Because as soon as the judge sentences me, I'll be like, Your Honor, before you sentence me, I just want the court to know I identify as a woman.
Oh my God.
Send me to women's jail.
I did not know that he
And
had
as soon
this
as I
many.
get in there, you know what I'm gonna be doing? Give me a fruit cocktail, bitch, before I knock your motherfucking teeth out. I'm a girl just like you, bitch. Come over here and suck this girl dick I got. Don't make me explain myself. I'm a girl.
The second time I met O.J. Simpson,
Thank God. Oh.
was right
Holy
after the
shit.
trial of the century. There I was, now a young man of probably 23.
Oh, God.
O.J. Simpson was the most famous or infamous face on planet Earth.
Chad, I'm sorry, man. Wait.
I was in a restaurant in Beverly Hills with my agents. I wasn't
know
alone
today
in the
was gonna be
restaurant,
like this,
but I was alone. I was the only black person in the restaurant. And in the 90s, that felt very uncomfortable. Now I tend to enjoy it at this age. I was having dinner with my agents, celebrating a deal that they told me was lucrative, but I later learned fucking sucked. And suddenly, a group of women walked by. Every race was in that group. Black, white, Asian, Latina, white, and white again. They were all gorgeous. I watched them walk by. Then, I saw a familiar face. Al Collins. Couldn't believe what I saw. And then, close behind him, was O.J. Simpson, newly released from jail. The restaurant fell still. I was shocked. I didn't mean to say it out loud, but it just came out. O.J. He stopped, turned around to see who said it, saw my black face, and correctly assumed it was me.
This guy's a great storyteller, man.
I was sitting in the corner of the booth. He leaned over all the white people I was having dinner with and shook my hand. How are you, young man? He looked in my eyes, and I could see in his eyes that he didn't remember meeting me the first time. And then he walked away. And I looked back at my agents, and all of them had nothing short of disgust on their faces. And the only one with the courage to voice their disgust was a woman named Sharon, who used to represent me. How could you, she said. How could you shake hands with that murderer? I said, Sharon, with all due respect, that murderer ran for over 11,000 yards.
Dude, this video, man. Oh, my God. And then the You Should Watch Next, which has Dr. Disrespect and his life ruined. Jinxie and Sketch, and Hal won ALGS for the 98th time. Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z!